Yes, how are we doing today, guys? New look, cut off my hair. It's been a long time since I've recorded, but I said, you know what, today is a bit different. Let's record a quick video. I don't know if this will be a vlog, if this will be a knowledge-based video. I don't know what, but I just said let's just record some quick things. I'm in the hotel right now. Uh, it's a bit messy, but it's a small suite, but it's still nice. Here we have the welcome card. Camera wants to focus. Dear Mr. Muto, a very warm welcome to Anantara, Amsterdam. And then a quick note. We have some food here, fruits, welcome fruits, this and that. I just ate some KFC, but later on we'll order pizza margherita because I'm not full yet. And yeah, man, this is the room. This is the bed. It's a bit messy, but I said, let's just record, man. Let's just record. We have the shower here. Nice hotel, very neat and modern. I like the modern hotels. I took on the bathing suit because I'm about to jump into the shower. And then I will order some pizza, man. But I'll see you later. Alright, guys. It has been a long time since I picked up the camera and started talking again. But today I want to talk about the concept, the subject of if you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing. In the past months, I have really been at the same level, if not declining, physically. I would say mentally as well. I've not been going to the gym anymore, or I am now transitioning into a new daily schedule. It is very hard for me, but I know these are just excuses. At the end of the day, you can always work out. Wake up earlier, go to bed later. And I've not been growing the past few months. And I've been very comfortable the past few months. I think it is very important for me to keep on focusing on hard things that I do not desire to do. For example, I wake up early, around 4:30 every single day, or at least from Monday to Friday, and from Saturday to Sunday I wake up at 5 a.m. This I do because I still work a 9 to 5, and it is very hard for me to fit in all the things I want to do in that time block. So what I said is, will I stop doing things that I desire for myself, to learn, to improve in trading, learning a new language, learning from books I read? Will I take away one of those things, or will I make more time by waking up earlier, which is in the moment? Every time the alarm clock goes off, it is not comfortable, it is not nice, but eventually, at the end of the day, when I evaluate myself, I said, today has been a day that I've been growing. I was uncomfortable, but I was growing. And then I'm proud. Then I'm, what they would say, happy. I think I need to keep on focusing on this. I think this feeling of uncomfortable will never go away. I don't think it is like, if I do this for 3 years every single day, that it will become comfortable at one day. I think it will always be uncomfortable. This is just nature, human nature, I think. But with the goals that I have and the vision that I have of myself, there's only the choice of being uncomfortable. If I have to be realistic, I cannot be comfortable and achieve the goals that I want. I have to be uncomfortable. I have to keep on growing because I'm far away from my goal. And we have to keep on working. I have been reading. I've been working on myself, reading every single day. I am still struggling with it because it is not something that is comfortable to me. It feels like a chore, like something I have to force myself to do. I do not enjoy reading by nature. I'm not a reader by nature. I am a reader by habit. But I watch videos on historical figures like Marcus Aurelius, where I also read the book of him that was called Meditation, where he talks himself about how he struggles waking up every single morning. And in his time, he was the most powerful person in the world. He had all the money, all the fame, all the power. He could have woken up in the late in the afternoon, but he still said no. I have to wake up early because he still wanted to learn. He's remembered as a person who was continuously learning, a leader who was reading a lot, studying a lot, working out a lot. If you read this book, you will understand what I mean. He talks about his own struggles, because the book Meditations, it was his daily journal. It was his book where he just wrote all of his thoughts down, the things he struggled with, the decision he had to make, everything, and it was made into a book. So you can learn a lot, that it does not matter what time it is. If you want to grow, you have to be uncomfortable. It does not matter how much power you have. If you want to keep on growing, you have to be uncomfortable. People always think that billionaires and millionaires have a very comfortable life, but I think that is a huge misconception. I think these are people that are continuously stressed, anxiety, uncomfortable, but this is the life they chose, and I think they've learned to live with it. I think they are not focusing on that they should be happy, but they are focused on that they should provide and grow as people. And with that being said, I want to be a part of that group that just grows. I am not too concerned about being happy, because happiness comes and goes. It is just a feeling that comes and goes, just like anger, just like anxiety, shame, any feeling. It comes and it goes. You cannot pursue happiness, because I think you will only break yourself. So yeah, I have to evaluate myself. I have to be honest with myself and look myself in the eyes and say, you know what? These last couple months, yes, I have been lacking. I have been not working on my goals. I've not been progressing. I've been staying in the same position, if not declining. And I also have to think about what effect this has on me and what my reaction to this reality will be. Will it be, oh man, I've ruined everything, it can't get any worse, this, that? But yeah, I have to look at this situation. Okay, I've wasted around 2 to 3 months of this year, of the ending of this year. But this is a lesson, man. I cannot change the past. I cannot think about it too much. I cannot have these negative emotions about it too much. I am a positive person. I am a optimistic person. This is a lesson. I have to take a lesson out of this. I'm still young. I am still learning. There are people that are 30 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old. They have been wasting their lives. Nothing they have going on for themselves. They still go clubbing every day. They drink alcohol daily. It is normal to them. Things that are not supposed to be normal are normal to them. But if you look at their finances, if you look at their achievements, they're not progressing at all. Last week I was speaking with a guy in my gym. I was in the sauna with him, and he was asking me, what are you listening to? I had headphones on in the sauna. I told him, I'm listening to some motivation. He laughed. I could see he laughed he was judging. He was judging me based on what I was listening to. He said, oh, you're listening to Andrew Tate, huh? I told him, no, I'm not listening to Andrew Tate, but he has some good motivational videos. He said, then who are you listening to? I told him, yeah, David Goggins, Brian Tracy, William Brown, these guys. Then he asked me, did you also read his book? Yes, I told him, yes, I read David Goggins' book. It's a good book. He's a great guy. He's a great achiever, David Goggins. He is a great achiever, and he's someone to learn from if you want to know how to be uncomfortable and make no excuses. He said, yeah, okay. And then he asked me, yeah, what do you do for a living? This, that. I told him I work and I do this, I do that, but I also work on myself. I read books, this, that. And I asked him, what do you do then? I also told him I also told him I was trading, I was reading books, and I'm going to the gym. These are the 3 pillars. And a couple of other things, but these were the 3 pillars I told him. Then I asked him, and he said, yeah, you're doing great. I was trading. I explained a bit about trading to him. And I asked him, what do you do? He told me, I work in waste management or something. He told me in a way that he was laughing, like he was a bit ashamed, but I wasn't laughing. How would I laugh at somebody for his job? It is his job. I respect him for it. I will not laugh at him even if he's a cleaner at McDonald's. I don't care. Respect is very important, and I respect a person the way I wanted to be respected. So I asked him, but why don't you read books? Because he told me he read David Goggins' book, a couple of pages, and then he said, no, it's not for me. He said, I don't have time, man. I asked him again, but what do you do in your week then? If you only work, how do you not have time? He said, I just live day by day. I just go to work, I go to the gym, I go home, and I prepare for the next day. I thought about that. I thought, nah, man. This is his life, and he doesn't have any concerns. He doesn't have any thoughts about. He's not even thinking that he's just at the same level and he will stay there. These are the guys that dream of success, that want progress, but nothing will change if nothing changes, man. And he's not changing in any area. He just goes to the gym. To me, I have to be honest, the gym is basic. That is not even something you should be seeing as extremely uncomfortable. If I go to the gym, I see all kinds of people. So the gym is not even something that I consider something extremely, something to be extremely proud of, that you go to the gym. It is normal, man. It's normal. But this guy is not reading books. I told him, if I could give you one recommendation of a book you should read, I told him, read Brian Tracy, No Excuses. He said, why? I told him, you have to read that book because it talks about the ways people procrastinate and how to turn away from that, how to distantiate yourself from procrastination, making excuses, offsetting things, telling yourself, I'll do it later. Because I told him, you should read books. He told me, I have no time. I thought in my head, how do you have no time when all you do is go to work and the gym and home? I already know what he does at home. He scrolls on TikTok, he scrolls on social media. He just watches series and movies. He has all the time. I thought in my head, like, bro, you have all the time. That is why I recommended that book to him, because I already knew where this was going to. To be honest, I don't think he will do anything with the advice I gave him, and I don't expect him to. We do not know each other personally, and I don't know what his goals are. I think every man has big dreams, but not many have goals that they write down, that they work towards. They set large goals, and like a pyramid, they go steps lower. What do I have to do? Monthly, weekly, daily. Then how do I schedule my hours? And it all comes back to the ultimate goal. But there's some guys like these that they just stay comfortable. They just don't want to be uncomfortable. It is just not like them. They how do you say it? I don't know what to title it. Some say they are too stuck in the matrix. Some say I don't know how to call it, man. But many people live like this, day by day. They just live day by day. They don't have any real goals. They just have dreams, vague dreams. And in one sense, this is a bit sad and negative, but in another way, it is also very good and positive, because that means the competition is so weak. It is so easy to win. People are just throwing away their lives. And for the real achievers, you walk over that man. You walk. It is not even a competition. He's older than me. That guy was older than me. But it is unfair if I would compare myself to him. It would be unfair. He's older than me, but it will still be unfair if I compare myself to him. If we would compare each other's progress and each other's lives, it is like a 18-year-old footballer comparing his football skills to a 10-year-old footballer. It is unfair. It is just simply unfair. That is how I feel if I would compare myself to him. I do not even want to compare myself to him because we are not at the same level. I respect him, just as I said, he was a waste manager, but I respected him still. We cannot compare apples to pears. We cannot compare silver to bronze. And that is how I feel. To the people that watch this, I think it is important to set goals. 2026 is approaching. Set uncomfortable goals, or goals that will put you in an uncomfortable situation, space. I will make a vision board for 2026 just as I did for 2024, 2025. And I will work towards the goals every single day. I will set monthly goals, weekly goals, daily tasks, and it will all come back to the ultimate vision board goals that I've written down. One of them, for example, is run a marathon with my aunt. Okay, we will do it. We have to. We already have to. It is already written down. I want to read at least 15 more books in that year. In the last year, I have read about 13 books. This year, that year before that, I've read 12 books. And that is, to some people, it's nothing. It's like, I read 12 books in 3 months. But everyone starts somewhere. Next year, I want to read 15 books. I don't want to share too much of my goals, but I will make sure that these goals won't be easy to attain. It will be uncomfortable at many times, but this is where we grow. If you are not uncomfortable, you are not growing. That is the subject of this video. I will end it here. I will eat my pizza. I will be comfortable for now, but eventually we will come back to the grind. Thank you for watching this video. Enjoy. Bye.